Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your July new moon reading. The new moon's in Cancer and will frame the first 2 weeks of July. So I thank all of you who have liked, subscribed, donated, and commented. It really gives me energy, love, information, and I appreciate you. So let's get started, Virgo, with your overall energy for the first 2 weeks of July, the Eight of Pentacles. You are working very hard on yourself. You're working very hard on creating, on perfecting something, developing, evolving some skill or body of knowledge that you are preparing for a successful distribution, putting it out there to the world, something that will be complete in your attention to detail, crafting, such that it is the process of mastering the skill, this project, this craft that is giving you the satisfaction and the enjoyment that appeals to your nature and ensures the success of this particular project. In the past, what's framing, setting up your 2 weeks in July is the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So you're modeling this effort, this new effort to improve something, to heal something, some area in which you have already accomplished a great deal, that you have already mastered some particular skill, and you're taking the best elements of that and developing something new in a new location, in a new arena, at a new site, something new that you are modeling on what has already been successful and accomplished. You may be developing some new aspect of this accomplishment, of this project, of this thing that feels complete, resourceful, and generative. This is also a way in which you're improving upon something that has been complete, something that is successful, something that you are using as a template, but a way to improve upon and create something better. So this is you at the beginning planning something based on a successful model. And this is you in the early part as a result of the new moon in Cancer. I strongly feel like this is something that you are sharing with other communities, associations, members of a broader, perhaps an international community, but it's certainly a larger community than has been served in the past. In your present, or I would say the solid first 2 weeks of July, we have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Wands. So this Ace is this beginning, this new inspiration, this new project, this new opportunity that will engage this body of knowledge, this model that you are using to prepare this new project for, comes as a result of your desire to build and expand upon what you've already done. You're making a change. You are at a crossroads of a sort, and this feels very much like a career crossroads. You have accomplished and achieved something that is very familiar to you, that you are relatively satisfied with, that you feel has been successful, but you're now recognizing that there are new opportunities, new ways to go that will challenge what you've completed, but are also providing the model for ways that you would like to improve that. So this is, again, a product, a relationship, an event, or some practical tool that you are building for the distribution, for broad sharing. You are also really desiring to move out of what has been familiar, recognizing the deficits and the weaknesses in the former opportunity that you had, the former location, the former place, so that you can move this new project, this new curriculum, this new work that you are envisioning into broader markets. So this is you really wanting to move away from the direction you've moved in the past, you have established in the past. In the immediate future, you have the Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. I'm seeing that this desire to improve upon, build something new, gaining a new creativity is really indeed built on the deficits of how you see this former project or work having an impact on the desired community or audience that you are working on behalf of. I definitely see you coming from a place of understanding and wanting to understand better those failures, those disappointments, those betrayals even that you've experienced in the past. Part of what was not working for you was this desire to figure out every aspect of your project, your work, the distribution of your work, the impact of your ideas primarily, so that you spent a lot of time in over anxious preparation, in worry about meeting all the details, as is perhaps characteristic of Virgo, of overthinking, overanalyzing your contribution, and really stressing yourself out. This has been tremendously stressful. Perhaps you are coming upon some kind of a test or a meeting with others in which you are having the opportunity to present your ideas, to debate the merits of this new project, or perhaps the value of the former project that you are using as a model, and you're feeling anxious about that, anxious about the need to defend what you have been able to achieve or accomplish. And that is really causing you a sense of grieving for this change that you are anticipating. You are not moving forward simply from a place of wanting to strike out in a new direction, but it is as a result of your recognition that the failures or the inadequacies of the past have taught you the things that you need in order to eliminate those weaknesses or failures of the past project, the past work that you've done, and has empowered you to not only release those, but to be grateful for what remains. And what is remaining is very much about the twos. What remains is your powerful ability to reflect on your experience, reflect upon the strength and weaknesses of what you have been able to achieve, and the ability to use that information to more authentically reflect where you are now, and therefore to connect more deeply with your audiences, with your potential audiences moving forward. This is causing you a tremendous release of anxiety, an ability to recognize that the suffering that you have been experiencing as a result of this tremendous hard work that you have done for a very long time, this mass of work that you've been able to build up, is actually been part of your ability to recognize, release those things that have not worked, that have not gotten you where you want to go with this information, these tools that you have to share with others, and to let go of an former experience. You're still in the deep process of releasing these unwanted effects of this experience, so that you are still working through not only this great desire and recognition that you are deserving of healing, a more favorable and supportive environment in which to do your work, but you're also identifying those things that keep you from appreciating the work that you have been able to achieve and what you have learned from these experiences. So there's a lot of letting go and releasing here, a lot of in your headness, overthinking your situation, anxiety, and worry that you are being inspired to release, to move in a new direction, to open yourself up to a new way to move forward. I'm going to clarify the Page of Pentacles here with the Hierophant and the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is, well, it's not a repeat, it's a Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is really clarifying something that you have been leading, something that you've been learning, that you are sharing with others. As you learn, so you share, and depending on the work that you do for a living, this is something that you are deeply incorporating into the work that you do, or what it is you are teaching, training, learning, educating others with regards. So you are modeling this process that you are sharing with others. This is also allowing you to completely release, end an unfavorable situation. So I'm seeing you as being deeply involved in not only the desire to move away from hostility, pain, suffering, betrayal, disappointment, failure, into a place where you're understanding specifically what things that you've done to contribute to these failures, and your ability to forgive yourself, to let go, to end this situation that contains so many uncomfortable experiences for you, has had such a devastating impact on your person, and will free you up to diligently and dedicate yourself to this ongoing life work that is important to your experience as an individual, as well as to a thought leader. I'm also going to clarify the Two of Swords here in the middle of your reading, the Ten of Wands, another 10, and the Moon card. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords indicate a tremendous change in your life. It's the first double-digit number, so this is a portal of sorts. This experience in early July is reflecting your ability to relinquish an old way of thinking, of working, and opening you up to a new way of learning, of thinking, of working, of expanding, of growing. So you're relinquishing too many responsibilities. You have definitely taken on way more work than is comfortable for you to do. that is fair for you to do. You're releasing some of these burdens as you allow yourself to open up to these unconscious patterns, this uncomfortable information about yourself, your experiences that you usually would avoid. And it is your ability to reflect upon your life, to reflect upon what is familiar, the choices before you, and understand the context for this current crossroads situation that you're at. This choice or decision that you have to make is really very much informed by the context of your unconscious experiences. Those feelings that you would much rather avoid, but that are truly there to support you. I'm also going to clarify the Five of Cups here with not that, but this African Tarot, the Page of Wands, and the Strength card. So this is helpful to help me understand where you are, Virgo. You are, despite these real opportunities to look deeply at uncomfortable truths about yourself, uncomfortable truths about those people or elements in your life that are not working to your behalf, that are not making your life comfortable, easy, or supporting you in what you're trying to do, but rather instead heaping responsibilities onto you, making it more challenging, making your life more difficult. These experiences, as you face these things, as you allow yourself to experience and establish some kind of daily practice, you're practicing your maturity, you're practicing your ability to hold ambiguous truths in one space. You're practicing the ability to entertain and understand the perspective of others, even when they are not in alignment with your own, so that you can work with them, you can build, and you can grow and learn yourself. So you are being newly inspired by the things that you're learning out of your own experience. When you truly face those uncomfortable things, you are gaining and being inspired to, in fact, grow into new directions. This is emboldening you, empowering you to move off into this new direction, take this new opportunity to move into something new, powerful, and that will reflect what it is you've learned. I'm going to finish off this reading with a crystal oracle, or language of flowers oracle card. Oops. Yes. Okay, and I've pulled the Hiddenite. The key word is gratitude. I'm going to look at this beautiful crystal, and it says, I'm grateful, and this loving energy fills every single cell of my body, of my being. I'm going to leave this gratitude here. I thank you for your time and attention, Virgo, and until next time, namaste.